technological difficulties, as is becoming a trend with me lately. We're gonna do some more Octopath Traveler today. This might be a shorter stream. Like I said, I'm not feeling too hot today, and I want to get this stuff I was trying to get working, actually working. I was trying to set up some digital audio cables and run those through Adobe Audition and then into OBS to get better audio quality and to filter out some of the white noise and stuff, but that wasn't working out very well because, as is also becoming another trend, at least with my computer, it doesn't want to recognize anything. So once I ran everything through that, I couldn't get Adobe Audition to pick up my microphone at all. Just like how I can't get my computer in general to pick up my webcam. So, we need to... I looked up a guide on how to unlock the final dungeon because I didn't want to run around and try to figure it out. Or to unlock the bonus dungeon, so we're just going to go and follow that and do this guide. We need to get either Alphen or Cyrus. Alphen's higher. We need to go to the Saints Bridge now. So I do apologize if I'm a little out of it today. I really wanted to, when I started streaming, I really wanted to get the mic working and have everything, where it sounded good, and I wanted to get a camera set up and everything, and just neither of those things have gone quite as well as I wanted them to. Why, hello. That light in your eye. You have the look about you I like. But alas, you're not quite the one I'm looking for. I feel like I've been searching all my life for that one perfect person. I followed her all the way to this town. Lieblich. It seems I truly do mean nothing to her. Maybe there really is no perfect woman out there for me. Oh, and also, if the audio seems off sync, I apologize for that. When I was uninstalling all the virtual audio cables and all the stuff I installed to try to get better audio, for whatever reason it desynced all of the audio like pretty horribly on OBS, and I tried to fix it. And the first few times it didn't work, but then I did a few test recordings where it did work, but who knows. With my luck, it's probably completely out of sync. So, an earnest knight who has devoted himself to the sword from a young age. He, at least, I think I've already read this before. We got his poem, which is what we needed. Okay, so we gotta go to the cathedral now. Steal from her and inquire her first before we do this, because she's a quest NPC, so it'll probably go away once we do. Okay, now we'll give her the poem. Oops. We should probably read what she has to say. I'm always glad to meet someone new. The truth is, I feel like I've always been waiting to meet my other half. I know he'll be someone with a good heart. I'm just waiting for him to appear. The man who will come to me and tell me of his love in his own true words. That poem. Would you read it once more for me? Thou art the other half that makes me whole, my perfect peace, what was missing from my soul. When I think of thee, Strength flows through me. My sword exists only to protect thee. What strong words. The man who wrote these must be a great warrior. And yet, there is a warmth within them. I feel as if I know just what kind of man he must be from this poem. Can you tell me who wrote it? Preposterous. Such clumsy words of mine found favor with such a lovely lady as yourself? They did. They moved me greatly. I could feel from your words what a kind heart you must have. My name is Alphys. Please, my lady, might I ask your name? You may. And you may call me Flora. A beautiful name for a beautiful woman. Sir Alphys. Ah, so we meet again. It seems I might finally have found him, my perfect man. Soon he'll be mine at last. Okay, so we did that. Now we need to go and do Kit's quest, and I figured out why I was never able to do it. I don't have to bring him, I have to bring somebody else. Which means I kind of want to get... Because right now I have Captain Leon. I don't want to remove him from my party, so what I'm probably going to do... Oh, that's provisioner. I'm probably going to put Primrose in my party and use her to do this part of this section of the quest. After we hear this tribal banter. God, it's freaking haunted too. I've got a question. Are you any good at writing letters? Letters? Can't say I am. Talking's quicker. I often write letters. When I put my thoughts to paper, they becometh clearer to me. So, do you deliver them as well? Yes, if there is someone I would have known my feelings, I give the letter in person. That's mighty wise of you. A letter is important, and you don't want some daft fool losing one. Are you speaking from experience? It's like this. I kind of messed up once, a long time ago. I was still just a kid. There was a girl in our village called Mercedes. Me and her and my buddy Zeph would play together from dawn to dusk most days. When Zeph and I studied late into the night, she'd bring us sweets she baked. But then one day, we found out she was going to be sent off to live with distant relatives. Way over to the other side of the Middle Sea, she was going. Chances are we'd never see her again. How sad. Well, Zeph wrote her a letter, and he gave it to me. Said he was too shy to give it to her himself, and asked me to deliver it for him. Turns out, he was sweet on Mercedes. The plot doth thicken. Of course, I said I'd deliver this letter. I was his best pal, after all. So on the day that Mercedes was leaving, I headed to her house. But I found that her coachman had suddenly taken sick and was too ill to drive the cart. I gave him a salve and some medicine, and after a while he was back on his feet. You can imagine, I was pretty chuffed with myself that I could help. But Mercedes looked so sad, sitting up there on the top of the cart. Thank you, she said, but why didn't Zeph come to say goodbye? That was the last I saw of her. I headed back home, ruminating about this and that, but clean forgetting about Zeph's letter. By the time I remembered, it was too late. Oh, thou didst not. I hate reading her text. Oh man, I hate on it. Somehow, I'm not surprised. So, what did you do with the letter? I gave it back to Zeph with my apologies, along with some fish from the river. Taught me a good lesson. That little innocent incident did. Oh, what was that? Deliver your own letters. Words to live by. Just so. Man, that whole scene right there would have been like infinitely better if Hanet was not a part of it. Why? Just because it would mean Hanet was not there. Let's go get this hidden item. Okay. We need to find the aspiring actor NPC.
Hello.
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 There we go. This is what I had to do the whole time. What's that? A traveling acting troupe is looking for new members? A group like that certainly would allow me to visit many different towns in my search for word of my father. I doubt I have much gift for acting, but please, sir, would you let me join you as your acting partner, that we might become members of the traveling acting troupe? If you hadn't asked, I would have. I suppose we had better go talk to the impresario then. Why don't you join us, since you brought us together in this endeavor? Well, I do thank you both for showing me your best performances. But I'm afraid, Kit, that your acting skills still leave something to be desired. Yes, I was afraid that might be the case. We were really hoping to find a pair of actors who could play well off of one another, too. Please give me a chance. I will practice harder than anyone you've ever seen. Or just let me join you as a stagehand. I'll do anything you ask of me if you only let me travel with you. I have to keep traveling to find some word of the fate of my missing father. Please, I'm begging as well. Please let us join you. Can I hold you to that promise, Kit? You will practice your craft and do anything we ask of you in the meantime. Yes, I give my word. Then, Kit, you are hired, provisionally, as a stagehand until we see what we can make of you. And you will be responsible for helping him learn the basics of acting. You two are a pair, after all. Do you think you can do that? Of course, we won't let you down. Thank you for this chance. I will trust you two to live up to your words. I can trust you, can't I? Absolutely. Thank you. Thanks to you, I can continue my journey. I haven't done anything yet. See if you still want to thank me after I put you through your paces. It looks like things are just about settled then. You can leave your friend in our hands. We'll take good care of him. Thank you again. I'll do my best not to let this troop down. I sincerely hope we'll meet again. Safe journeys to you until we do. Okay, we need to go to Gramport. Who was it? Oh, was it you? There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and start this quest. Well, let's go ahead and steal first. Then we'll start this quest. Oh, Noah. I do hope you're alright. She has never left my letters unanswered for so long. I didn't know what else to do with myself, so I came here. I do hope that nothing is the matter. Okay. Wait, so we get the item from him. Okay, we gotta go to the West Swarkey Trail and find the Imprecio. Okay. I'm just gonna run through all this. This is really low level stuff, so not even worth fighting. Who are you? Whoever you are, I'm gonna take all your stuff.
This is the beginning of your end.
Victory shall be mine.
Okay, we are in the right place, aren't we? Yeah, so we need to find the Imprecio. Not quite sure where he's gonna be, though.
Let us fight with honor.
Where are you?
I'll make this quick.
The battle is truly joined.
What? Oh my god, is this another thing where whoever's telling you what the guide is like wrong again? Sick of these guides being wrong. If you're gonna make a guide that tells somebody where to go, make sure you know what you're doing first.
May I have this dance?
Oh man, where is this
Victory
stupid
shall be
person?
mine.
Okay, I just looked up on a different website, and apparently there was a whole nother thing I was supposed to do first. I gotta find the Moonstruck Coast now. It's over here. Right there. Why can't anyone write a proper guide where they tell you how to do everything? As someone who actually writes guides for another video game, it's incredibly infuriating when they don't do their job properly. After getting that gym, the first guide I was looking at, after getting that gym, it tells you to go to that West Swarky Trail. But what it didn't tell you is that after you get that gym, you first have to come out to the Moonstruck Coast and give the gem to Kit. Completely left that out because, you know, that's not important or anything. Okay, now we gotta find Kit wherever the hell he is out here. I guess that quest would be him. Oh god, I hate these areas. Ugh.
May I have this dance? Well then.
Here we go. Can I steal from you? I can.
However,
The Impresario was very understanding and said that I should do what I must to find my father. But I wish I could do something more to thank the troop for taking me in before I must leave them. This is amazing. What a fine piece of lapis lazuli. This should surely do the trick. I will repaint the troop's signboard and restore it to its former glory. I'm going to get to work preparing the paint at once. What is this? Looks just as it did when it was new. No, even better. Kit, did you do this? I did, with the help of my kind friend here, who helped me get the ingredients for the paint. You did? But it requires lapis lazuli, such a precious mineral. Yeah, that we stole. And this painting. I had no idea you had such artistic skill. I knew you had some skill as a stagehand, but you have real talent, Kit. This is why it's positively magic what you've done. Kit, I am very glad we could travel together. I'll be praying that everything goes well for you. Thank you. And thank you so much for everything you've done for me until now. Now I can set out to search for my father without any lingering regrets. I've heard word of a woman who knows of my father's whereabouts. It seems that she has also been looking for me. I must find her and learn what she knows. I hope you will have a good journey, my friend. You too, Kit. You too. Okay, so that's that. Now he should be over in the West Swarky ruins, unless this other guide I'm now looking at is also wrong, which I wouldn't be surprised. I yet to find a guide on this game to tell me anything that hasn't had at least one mistake in it. No. I didn't see the little check mark there when we ran by real quickly.
Flame, protect us!
Have at you.
I think I know we were just there and we stole from him, but like when I ran by real quickly, I didn't see the check mark and it kind of looked like we hadn't stolen everything from him, so I was like, what? Had to check that out. Okay, where are you, Mr. Impressio? Here we go. Oh, why, hello. I didn't expect to see you again. The troop is all doing fine, though we do still have Miss Kit. We'd been hoping to carry on down this route, but there's a fearsome monster up ahead. We've heard. A traveling swordsman passed by not long ago. Once we told him the rumors, he said that he would defeat the monster. But he has not returned. I do hope he's alright. Forgive me, I was not equal to the task. Are you alright, man? What a frightful wound. Someone fetch some bandages at once. Please, do not trouble yourself on my behalf. You there. Do you know one another? Indeed, this kind stranger was my greatest friend when my heart was broken by the cruel woman Lieblich. Oh, cruel, okay. Responsible for bringing me to the lovely Flora, my true love and other half. You were kind of the stalker who was stalking her, but okay. Seems that fate continues to guide us, bringing the two of us to meet once more. I feel quite the same. For all that you have helped us in the past, I hope we might ask your help once more. Do you think you could defeat, for us, the monster that keeps us from traveling the road ahead? I would also be glad to leave the task to one as able as you. The monster is a fearsome one, but I know your strength. Even if you cannot defeat such a monster, if even you cannot defeat such a monster, I don't know who would be able to.
Indeed.
Oh, it's right there.
You ready for this?
I am ready. Ignis Ardere!
Now then,
Thing hits pretty hard.
come if you dare.
Bring about a miracle of healing!
Let me get this poison off of her.
This should help.
Victory shall be mine. This will heal your wounds.
I am ready. Gracious Claudere.
Alright, good. We found one weakness.
Out of my way.
And we found another.
Now then.
My turn. Prepare yourself. Oh, stars, fill us with power.
I am ready. Gracious Pater.
Out of my way.
This thing is so going to die.
Show no mercy.
Don't start things you can't finish.
It hit hard and it poisoned, but it wasn't a big threat in the end. So you did it. Well done, my good warrior. I expected no less of you. Astounding, you are even stronger than I knew. You took the very words from my mouth. My friend, you put my skill with the blade to shame. Of course I did. It seems I still have far to go. I shall put myself to training at once. I remain grateful for your aid in this fight. Thank you. Thank you from me and the troop as well. You've done us a great favor again. Oh yes, and I meant to tell you before, we did have a letter from Kit after he left us. He is headed now to the place where he is to meet the woman who knew of his father. Oh, are you speaking of a common acquaintance? And what a coincidence. I've also heard rumors on the wind that the Lady Lieblich is off to meet her perfect man at last. It seems she was headed for the land once known as the Kingdom of Hornburg. Is this fate toying with us again? A coincidence? I suppose stranger things have happened.
It's like this.
Okay.
It's like.
It says we can now travel there. Where are they, though? Oh, it's over there. How do we get there? Oh, we can fast travel there.
Is that so?
So, I'll find Father on the other side. Truly?
Indeed.
Trust me, Kit. He is there, waiting for you. I see. Very well, then.
Is something the matter?
Oh, forgive me.
Pray forgive me. I'm not feeling so well. Why don't you go on ahead? I'll catch up soon.
Yes.
I'll be waiting for you.
What have we here?
Oh, here's a familiar face. Fancy meeting you here. I trust you came for Kit, yes?
However...
Apologies, but the lad is quite special to me. My soulmate, if you will.
I think not.
I'll thank you not to interfere. That's assuming you could interfere, even if you wanted to.
The gate of Finis.
Pass beyond the gate of Finis, and never again may you return to this world.
I leave it to you.
Follow us if you so choose, but first be certain that is truly the path you wish to tread.
Fareth thee well.
Okay, let's actually save now. Because I've heard that once you go in here, you can no longer save. Okay, so we can change party and equipment. Oh, so there's 8 bosses. Gotcha.
Will not fail.
Oh. You again.
Victory shall be mine.
It's that dragon we fought.
Come if you dare.
We're gonna want to redo our party setup. Or at least our skills and stuff while we're in here.
I'll do my best. Oh, stars, fill us with power.
Oh man, what's that dragon weak against?
I am ready.
I completely forget. We're gonna start with dark. Nope. Not that.
Try this. Victory
Not
shall
swords
be
either.
mine.
Let's go apothecary rehabilitates.
This will heal your wounds.
I am ready.
Let's try light this time.
Lux Conjurer.
Okay, good. We found a weakness.
Well then,
I think I'm gonna go ahead and break it too.
oh sacred light.
Victory shall be mine.
And we'll go ahead and put rehabilitate
This
back
will
up here.
heal your wounds.
I am ready.
Watch me now.
Lux Conjurer.
I'm ready. Are you? Show no mercy.
And it didn't die from that, so... Oh, and it's still white. Ooh. Okay.
Benefic stars, bless us.
Jeez.
Try this.
My turn now. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Have at you.
Actually, he still has 2 turns on both of those.
A
It's in
touch
poison.
of venom.
I am ready.
Lux Conjurer.
I'll do my best. Oh, stars, fill us with power.
Yep, there goes that. Okay, I need to break him.
My turn.
We're gonna take 1 hit. What are you gonna do? Hit really hard is what you're gonna do.
Lux Conjurer.
Do I get Ulbrich back now?
I am ready.
No. Okay, that's not good.
Lux Conjurer.
My turn.
Let's do this! Show no mercy.
I'll not be defeated. Bring about a miracle of healing.
Want Ulbrich back,
I'll not be
please?
defeated.
Pretty please? Can you give him back to me?
Bring about a miracle of healing.
I am ready.
Lux Conjurer.
Oh, we got him back. But
Try this!
it's at the end of the turn.
I am ready.
Lux Conjurer.
Well then,
Oh, that's fine.
prepare yourself.
Let's go ahead and BP boost her
Oh,
again.
stars, fill us with power.
The battle. Come if you dare.
Poison. So that's 1 turn on it.
Shall be mine. This will heal your woes.
I probably should have armor corrosived there. That's my mistake.
Well then, bring about a miracle of healing.
I am ready.
Lux Conjurer.
Let's do this! Show no mercy.
I am ready.
Watch me now. Lux Conjurer.
The battle is truly joined.
What to do, what to do. Guess we'll put up poison.
A touch of venom.
Well then,
Actually, I'm gonna make some notes here just in case. So this is We have a boss up here. I'm making like a little diagram on my notes here, just to give me an idea of what we're fighting. So we're on this one. It's the dragon. And so far it's been pretty easy, but it's weak to light. Light, axe, sword, and bow. Okay, got that done.
Prepare yourself. Benefic stars, bless us.
This is just in case we die and have to come back in here. I know what everything is weak against, or what we fight. And it uses
I am ready.
fire and it sweep away.
Lux Conjurer.
I'll not be defeated. Bring about a miracle of healing.
I am ready. Lux Conjurer.
I should have renewed Shackle.
My turn now.
That was not good of me.
Bring about a miracle of healing.
That's not good at all. Sweep away. 3 at end, or 2.
Out of my way.
Sweeps away 2 at the end. Jeez, man, this guy is rude, rude, rude. Oh god.
Damn! Out of my way!
Okay, at least everyone comes back for
How
this,
much?
though.
I'm ready. Are you? Show no mercy.
You're still not dead?
I am ready. Watch me now. Lux Conjurer.
There we go.
The show is over.
That's one down, so that's a rude dragon. That's a lot of XP, too. So weak to light, axe, sword, bow, uses fire damage, and he also sweeps away, and then uses swoop away for 2 units towards the end of it. Actually, what is this? From the Diary of Graham Crossford, Part the 3rd. How could I have been so wrong? All I thought of was bringing my beloved back to the world of the living. When Lieblich told me such a thing could be done, I was all too willing to swallow her pretty words. The moment that I arrived before the gate, I felt a finger of ice run along my spine. Even if my mind had been too slow to recognize it, my very body was repelled by that gate, or more precisely, by what lay beyond it. While I struggled to catch my breath, Liebeck sketched out a magic circle on the ground with practiced ease. As she traced each twisted line and rune, her hand never faltered. How many times must she have prepared for this moment in her heart of hearts? It was at that moment that I realized just how she had longed for this moment. How fiercely she desired to see the dark ritual to completion. Only by this ritual may the gate be opened. It will not be pleasant for you, but you must bear it if you wish to see your beloved once more. So Liebeck spoke as she led me to the center of the magic circle. As she began the ritual, the first thing I felt was a great pain that struck my entire body at once. It was followed by a strange sensation like nothing I had ever experienced. I felt myself stretching and swelling from the inside out. From the corner of my eye, I saw my own hand changing into something foreign and awful, and then fear. Liebeck watched my transformation, the glow in her eye. It was then I knew this ritual was not intended to open the gate and bring my wife back to me. Yes, I know what truly lies beyond the gate of Finis. That horror is what Liebeck sought to bring it back to our world, and I was to be the vessel. I would be lying if I said I had no idea this was coming. My conversations with Liebeck had led me to suspect that this ritual would not work for just anyone. It seemed that she needed my blood, the blood of House Crossford, descended from the ancient line of sorcerers. That is why I must be the one to prevent her plan from succeeding, for if I fail, she will only turn her sights upon my dear Kit. No, that I cannot allow. So while I realized before the end what Liebeck intended, I continued to accompany her in her aims so that I could see the truth of the ritual for myself, and foil it however I could. Little did I know that I was dealing with a power far, far beyond any mortal's control or conception. I felt my own sense of self growing faint and distant, and something else entirely filled me. I resisted it with all that I had, but that presence to that thing and being like myself, a fragile human spirit, could be crushed as easily as an insect beneath your heel. Then, just before my mind was completely consumed by the darkness, I saw the smiling faces of my wife and son one last time. I screamed. The memory of my wife gave me the power to resist at that last critical moment. I imagine Liebeck herself did not think I would ever strike back at her. I had already grown far stronger than I had been as a man. Even when I only managed to land a single blow to her, it cut her deep. She staggered back, and the ritual was interrupted. This is my chance. All I need to do is... What? Oh, chase her? Oh, he's getting... Okay, all I need to do is chase after her as she flees and cut her evil at the root, bringing everything to an end. That is what I must do. But why am I? Where am I going? Why am I? Am I turning into something else? Something else and less human. This is getting harder to read. And so I wander the land without him, without aim. There are periods of time when I cannot remember. I come back to myself, surrounded by destruction, no memories, but I know it was me. These blackouts grow more... Oh man, these blackouts grow more frequent. They come for me now. No, stay your hand. I am no monster. I am a man. I am a man. Huh. Interesting. Okay, let's redo skills here. So we don't really need boost to start or hard workers. We're gonna go physical prowess and BP Eater. Or no, we can do BP Eater. And surpassing power. No, because we need saving grace. So saving grace and BP eater is what we're gonna try. Do you not have saving grace? You do not. How many points do you have? Okay, plenty. Good.